Working in hair restoration, I get to see other people's hair journeys every single day. Usually, we're sharing what Jernigan's has done for our clients, but today I wanted to switch things up and share what it has done for me. I've always had fine hair, it's just my hair. I was used to it, I knew how to style it, and honestly, I didn't think too much about it. But when I got into my mid-20s, I started noticing that my already fine hair was getting even thinner. And honestly, if it weren't for working at Jernigan's, I'm not sure I would have noticed when I did. I probably would have waited until it became much more obvious and harder to treat. 6 years ago, I didn't really know much about hair restoration. Fast forward to now, and I know more about hair loss prevention than I ever thought I would. And I've tried quite a few methods of treatment myself. But funny enough, my journey didn't actually start with my hair. It started with my scalp. I had seborrheic dermatitis, so I was dealing with irritation and buildup. And before Jernigan's, scalp health was definitely not something that I was thinking about on a regular basis. Shampoo, conditioner, done. That was pretty much the extent of it. But before we jump into PRP, we wanted to get my scalp into a healthier, more balanced place first. So we started doing regular scalp treatments, and I made some changes at home too. I became much more consistent with my scalp care routine and started actually paying attention to what my scalp needed. That was probably one of my first big lessons in hair restoration. Sometimes you can't just jump straight into the treatment. You have to start with the scalp. Once we made progress there, we were able to start incorporating other treatments into my plan. My personal journey has included PRP, exosomes, regular scalp treatments, and a whole lot of patience. Here you can see part of my PRP process. Now, PRP stands for platelet-rich plasma. We start with a blood draw, process my blood to separate and concentrate the platelet-rich portion, and then the PRP is administered into the targeted areas of my scalp. And yes, even though I work here and see this all the time, it feels a little different when you're the one sitting in the chair. I've also incorporated exosomes into my treatment plan while continuing to stay consistent with my scalp treatments and at-home care. And if there's one thing this process has taught me, it's that hair restoration takes time. There was no magical moment where I woke up one morning with completely different hair, as nice as that would be. For me, it had really been about consistency and giving my hair and scalp time to respond, which brings me to something I tell people all the time. When you see yourself in the mirror every single day, it's almost impossible to notice those small, gradual changes. You start wondering, is this actually working? Does my hair look different? Am I imagining it? We take photos at work to see progress, but I know a lot of clients that like to take them at home as well. When you compare that first photo to where you are now, that's when you see it. Looking back at my own before photos has been one of the most rewarding parts of this whole process because I can actually see how far my hair has come. My hair is still naturally fine, and I think that's important to say. I wasn't trying to turn my fine hair into a completely different hair type. I wanted to work with the hair I have and do what I could to improve the way it looks and feels, its fullness, its overall appearance, and the health of my hair and scalp. So these are my personal results, and everyone's hair restoration journey is different. What has been right for me isn't automatically going to be the right treatment plan for someone else. And I think being on both sides of hair restoration has given me a perspective I didn't have before. Working at Jernigan's taught me about the treatments, but being a patient taught me what the process actually feels like. I know what it's like to stare at your hair and think, wait, is that getting thinner? And I know what it's like to take that first before picture and really hope that one day you'll have an after picture you're excited about. And I also know that sometimes the first step isn't the treatment you expected. For me, it started with getting my scalp healthier and getting my seborrheic dermatitis under better control. From there, we built a treatment plan around what my hair and scalp needed. Now I get to look back at where I started and actually see the difference for myself. So yes, I work in hair restoration, but I'm also a patient. I'm going through my own hair journey right alongside our clients, and this is my progress so far. If you want to learn more about hair transplant or see more of my journey in the future, go ahead and click the subscribe button, give us a follow, and we'll see where it goes from there. Thank you.